Before assembling the machine, please organize all the parts. We have prepared all necessary fasteners, and each step is accompanied by a diagram showing the parts. For machine installation, simply follow the steps below to assemble the machine quickly. Step 1. Connect the base frame and side frame using bolts, spring washers, and flat washers, and fasten them with locking nuts. Connect the upper cross beam and side frame using bolts, spring washers, and flat washers, and fasten them with locking nuts. Step 2. Install the left adjustment tube assembly into the corresponding square tube on the base frame and side frame. Secure it with hexagon socket flathead screws, washers, and locking nuts. Install the right adjustment tube assembly into the corresponding square tube on the base frame and side frame. Secure it with hexagon socket flathead screws, washers, and locking nuts. Install diagonal support pipe weldment 1 and diagonal support pipe weldment 2 on both sides of the base frame. Adjust the angle of the base frame weldment assembly and side frame weldment assembly. Then secure them with washers, hexagon socket flathead screws, and spring washers. Next, install diagonal support pipe weldment 1 and diagonal support pipe weldment 2 on both sides of the side frame, and secure them with washers, hexagon socket flathead screws, and spring washers. Step 3. Remove the hexagon socket flathead screws and washers from the slide bar. Insert the slide bar through the corresponding holes in the base frame. Place the cushioning pad and the base plate assembly, followed by the counterweight blocks assembly, 17 pieces in total, with the counterweight head assembly placed at the top. Place the slide bar fixing sleeve over the upper part of the slide bar. Align it with the corresponding hole in the upper part of the side frame, and secure it with a flat end set screw. Reinstall the hexagon socket flathead screws and washers on the slide bar. Tighten the set screws of the base plate assembly using the corresponding hexagon wrench. Repeat the assembly for the counterweight blocks on the other side of the base frame. Remove the single pulley frame of the counterweight head assembly. Install the counterweight pin on the counterweight block assembly, and reinstall the single pulley frame. Step 4. Guide the steel wire rope assembly with the ball end first through the up B aluminum alloy pulleys, then upward through pulleys C and D, downward through pulley E, and upward again through pulley F. The steel wire rope should then pass downward through pulleys G, H, finally aligning with the threaded post of the slide frame. Insert the external hexagonal slotted bolt into the steel wire rope. Add 2 thin nuts and screw it into the threaded post. Adjust the tension of the steel wire rope, then tighten both nuts. Check and tighten all screws. The foot sleeve assembly can be exchanged with the pull handle assembly for the other side. Route the steel wire rope in the same sequence, a B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Monthly. Inspect all assembly bolts and tighten them again. Shake the product, and if it walls, adjust its position or footpad height. Weekly. Check all rotating parts for smoothness and noise-free operation. Ensure the steel wire rope is tensioned and the counterweight blocks are not suspended. Verify the functionality of the pin pulling assembly and tighten it. Apply silicone oil to the slide bar and bearing rotating parts. Test the product for normal use, and verify that all functions are operational daily. Inspect stressed parts, such as steel wire rope, pulleys, and counterweights for wear or damage, and ensure the steel wire rope is not derailed. Check the product surface for paint peeling, handle aging or softening, label detachment, or surface damage, and replace as needed. Wipe the product surface with pledge. Loosen the 2M12 nuts on the sliding threaded post. Unscrew the screw cap and remove the rubber plug. Remove the handle assembly. This will allow the steel wire rope to be removed from the aluminum alloy pulley and slide off the pulley. Take a new steel wire rope and pass the end with the ball head first through the space between the two aluminum alloy pulleys A and B. Then, guide it upwards through pulley C and D, and downwards through pulley E. Turn it around and guide it upwards through pulley F. The rope then turns downwards through pulleys G and H, and finally upwards to align with the threaded post of the sliding frame. Finally, install the handle assembly.